political response.
It's not like somebody walks over.
That is what is happening.
A group of migrants,
the operation unfolding right in front of us.
dozens
Walks
to the U.S. side.
into Texas.
Yeah, once they get to Highway 90, sky's the limit.
They're allowed to stay.
And that's not how.
Thousands.
All right, what is up, everybody? I'm glad y'all tuned in today. I'm well on my way to become the most prolific normal guy ever. But we back at it, and this time we back on the border, because once again, there's some issues along the border. We got immigrants flooding in, but see, the immigrants ain't the problem. The problem is all the drug cartels are hiding within these groups of immigrants coming across the border, bringing fentanyl, all kinds of drugs, pretty much anything you can think of. They're sneaking it across the border disguised as immigrants. So not only is it making the immigrants look bad, but the drugs they're bringing across is killing people like crazy. It's a lot. It's a whole lot. The mayors in some of these sanctuary cities, like I talked about in my last video, they're now griping about all the immigrants being shipped up to them. They open their arms to them. All he's doing, Governor Abbott that is trying to get them to notice what's going on at the border. There's so much drugs and stuff coming across, it's just nuts, and the federal government's not doing anything about it, it seems like. So we've got to get that message out. We've got to let them know something has to be done about this, because some of these farmers that I showcase in this video, they're having people break into their house, they're coming home, finding people sleeping in their bed, they're breaking stuff. Something really needs to be done about this. Most of the country doesn't know about it because most of the major news networks, they'll cover a single story and that's it. Then they move away from it. People forget about it. Most northern people don't even know this is going on because they don't see it. I think Fox News is the only major news outlet that covers it, and the only thing they do is they cover only the stuff that'll get them better ratings. They don't cover the stuff that needs to be covered so we can learn and find some solutions to fixing these problems. But I mean, can you blame a TV company for wanting better ratings? I guess not, but don't call yourself journalist if all you're looking for is ratings. In my view, a journalist is supposed to be the person that goes out there and gets these stories so that other people in power know about it and can do something about it. In my opinion, that's the whole point of journalism. It's crazy. This first little segment coming up, it's the White House press secretary doesn't even know people are swarming across the border all the time. Thousands of people a day at some point. She just like...
It's not like somebody walks over and that's...
Well, yeah, that's exactly what they do. They walk across the border. They swim across the river. They get here any means necessary. Like I said, the immigrants that are coming here aren't the ones causing the problems. It's the bad folks within those groups of immigrants is the ones causing the problems, which makes it very hard to do something about it. It's kind of like the summer of 2020 when you had all the BLM riots going on. 99% of the people that were there were peacefully protesting. That 1% made everybody look bad. And that's just a shame, in my view, because it covers up what's actually trying to be done and takes away from some of the positivity that could be brought to a negative situation. I'm going to run the footage that I've got, and I'll probably show back up at the end to kind of give my closing thoughts. But here we go. This is what's really going on the border.
¿Cuántos pagan los carteles por pasar un hombre?
$9,000.
Huh? $9,000
To do what?
to get across with the cartel per person,
Just
just to get across. Tú no le pagas los carteles, no pasa. Yeah, if you don't pay the cartel, you're not getting across. They sell their house.
They give up houses, cars, whatever.
okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Whatever they have
And
to
then
give up.
the people that they have on this side send them money.
Is there less fear, do you think, because they know there might not be consequences? Or?
There is no consequence. I mean, yeah, what are they going to do? Ship them back? Ronnie and I mean, the sheriff's department, you know, we file charges for trespassing. I mean, you start the record on them, and then they have a record, but I mean, they have just flooded the system.
They were just saying on the way over here how if you see people walking in the pasture, it's more than likely Guatemalans or someone else, because the Mexicans are hiding. They're not trying to be seen.
Well, no, you notice it. I mean, they leave gates open. They'll tap into a water line. Once they tap into that, you'll lose 20, 30,000 gallons of storage. Ryan Walsh south of here, I mean, hell, they break into his house all the time. I mean, that guy, he's a comical son of a gun. But I mean, hell, he's caught him in his bed, just taking a nap. Can you imagine the same deal going on up north? If Nancy Pelosi found somebody sleeping in her bed, oh my God. They're probably more inundated with illegals than we are down here. These people are smart. They go and they're living in downtown Dallas, they're in New York, where they all blend in and nobody's gonna do shit about it. What's really changed about this part of the country is so now with the policies, they can go to Del Rio, they can go to Acuna, and they can seek asylum and then get across. So the people that are coming through here are the tatted up gangbangers or the guys that don't want to get caught that already have a record.
So you're getting all types, you know, you're getting mothers and children, you're getting people with honest asylum cases, you're getting people just wanting a better life, and then you're getting the fentanyl, you know, sex trafficking people, all of it.
Yeah.
So everything.
Yeah, I mean, you can look in the Alpine Avalanche, what the Brewster County Sheriff's has caught in the last week, and I mean, it's all human trafficking and drugs. I hate to say it, but I mean, I think everybody's just got so damn numb to it because it happens so often. If he's got the intention to come in here knowing that I'm fixing to pay for all his shit, no, that's not it.
How's it been for you, the situation? You've noticed a big difference, or?
Yes, well, yes, they've come up to the house now, and then I've seen some in the pasture, which I never have seen in 20 years. Anytime you're a girl by yourself and there's strange men around, it makes you feel a little strange, yes.
The mainstream media would be like CBS or CNN or NPR. They're just not even having this story. They're not touching it. What are your guys' thoughts about that? Like,
I mean, NPR, CNN, they don't, and to them it's not a problem. Maybe they just don't want the rest of the United States to know that there is a problem. Okay. It's all peas and carrots.
And I don't think most of them affects them directly, and this isn't affecting them directly. They don't see how it is. But
right, but if they had four random guys, you know,
walk into their yard, yeah,
and you know everyone's gone and just the wife is home, they're going to be concerned all of a sudden,
they
right?
wouldn't like it either.
Yeah.
Border Patrol agents are killed, are shot at. They find dead bodies a lot. They, witness a lot of trauma. One agent who operates mostly on the boats, he said that, sometimes they'll find a raft or a little boat trying to get across, and they'll be packed with, 10 or more people or something like that. Sometimes they'll just throw a kid off into the water just because they know that the agents will go for the kid right away to save them.
Okay, now we're gonna back up a little bit. When Joe Biden first came into office, he pretty much opened the border up. A lot of these migrants knew this and started coming in droves. It was immediately a problem. So to help solve all these immigrants that were coming across the border illegally, the federal government started doing this.
Bill, good morning. This body cam video likely to raise eyebrows, also raise a lot of questions about the secrecy in which the federal government has apparently been moving illegal immigrants all around the country in the dark. Take a look at that body cam video right now. As you mentioned, this was back in August, Westchester County, New York. Government chartered flight lands at the airport there. Local police officer shows up and sees illegal immigrants getting off the aircraft, and he starts asking questions.
And soon after the reports came out, the federal government pretty much stopped doing this, right? So the immigrants started building up in Texas because it's hard to get to the north part of the country on foot. So, like I covered in a previous video, Governor Abbott started rounding some of these people up and sending them to places where they wanted to go, like New York, Washington, pretty much all over the country, Chicago. And for doing this, the mayor of Chicago called Governor Abbott a racist. It was okay for Joe Biden to do it, but not for Governor Greg Abbott to do it.
But let me also say this. Shame on Governor Abbott. What he is doing is immoral, unpatriotic, and it defies the values of who we are as Americans. We can disagree on policy. We shouldn't be in a situation where families are thrown on buses with babies, pregnant women, people who are in need of medical care on an uncertain journey across our country. He is a man without any morals, humanity, or shame. Governor Abbott's racist and xenophobic practices of expulsion have only amplified the challenges many of these migrants have experienced on their journey. I'm happy to take and drain Texas of all of its residents.
Something I noticed in post-production, I didn't realize the depth of her statement right here when she says,
I'm happy to take and drain Texas of all of its residents.
Now, I don't know if it's ignorance or if she's just outright lying, but telling a news agency that you would welcome the entire population of Texas is, like I said, either stupid, ignorant, or she's lying, because the population of Chicago currently is 2.7 million people. The population of Texas is 28.6 million people. There's no way Chicago could handle that. Ridiculous. The hypocrisy of this is just off the charts. Being a hypocrite sometimes can be a bad thing. Sometimes it can be a good thing when it's pointed out. So hopefully Lori Lightfoot will see this video and realize how much of a hypocrite she's being. Everyone is susceptible to hypocrisy, and sometimes it's hard to see it without it being pointed out to them. So hopefully this video can do that. If not for politicians, then maybe just your everyday average Joe, including myself. I think just about everybody has a certain level of hypocrisy that might not want to get pointed out, but can be a good thing when it is, because then you can become less hypocritic. Stupid. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. You shut your mouth. That guy, man, I swear. But that's all I got for this one, y'all. Thanks for watching, and stay positive. Peace.